Hello and welcome to the Failsafe Fitness Golf Show. My name is Michael Joshua. It is episode number 21 of this year. God, the weeks are flying by. Welcome to the show. We're going to be a little short, sharp, and fast this week with a bank holiday Monday. This being recorded on said bank holiday. We're just trying to get this out the door ready for Wednesday for you beautiful listeners to listen to. So we're going to go through a few things, obviously promos that I've got going on, things that I've been up to this week, things that the big boys and girls in the world of golf are up to this week. We're going to talk about a couple of news stories that I've seen over the last week or so that have caught my interest. We're going to go over the blog post that is out at failsafefitness.weebly.com. And we're going to look at a little putting drill to help you hold those short putts. It's something I've noticed playing with a couple of people this week is that long putts, they tend to don't do too bad. Distance-wise, they've been okay in terms of the actual distance of the putt, but maybe pulled it left or right. Been left with a 3 to 5 footer to the flag, and they've missed that and actually ended up three putting from sort of 15 feet. So I've got a little drill that you can do to help you with your short putts, and it's something that I've noticed a few people do over on the golf course whilst I've been working as well. So we'll get to that at the end. But as always, we are going to look at what I've got going on over these next few weeks and next few months indeed. So the promotion that I've got going at the minute, this promotion is going to be valid until the 1st of August 2024. So we've got the entirety of June and July. It's going to be almost a 10-week, or it'll be a 9-week promotion. So I'm doing 5 lessons for the price of 4. As everybody knows, it's just £20 a hour or £20 a session. So that will be personal training, golf performance, nutrition and weight management, massage or kinesiology. We can do all of that. It's 5 sessions for the price of 4. That's £80. Come and improve your golf game. Come and improve your fitness. Come and improve your eating, your healthy bodies. Get them into the shape you want them to be in over the summer. Take advantage of this 5 for 4 offer. And I'll see you there. Also, as well, many thanks to the people that have been coming to Short Game Sundays. We have a few regulars now, and I'm pretty certain all of those regulars have definitely over the last couple of weeks improved on their short game. They've learned a lot in terms of how to use bounce, how to use their shoulder turns, how to use their wrists, and how not to do that as well. So if you do want to come and join me every Sunday at Himley Hall Golf Centre in the West Midlands, links again are in the description of the show. It's £10 per person, and the sessions last somewhere around 60 to 90 minutes, 10:30 a.m. So you're definitely done for 12 o'clock. So you can go and get yourself some dinner or go and get yourself teed off. 10:30 a.m. Himley Hall Golf Centre. We've got 5 more Sundays left if you do want to come and join us. It's lots of fun. You'll learn loads about your short game and how much better it could be. My week has been very interesting. Like I said, I've been very busy. Greenkeeping has been fun. It's been hard. It's been challenging. The rain came down. Golf course has got a little wet, a little damp in places. We've had a couple of issues with the blocked pipe. It's been very interesting over the last week. Dealing with this and dealing with that, and then fitting in obviously my lessons as well. A lot of people are moving forward with their golf game. Short game Sundays are really fun. I think I've got a good bunch there. I've got some great clients as well. I've played some decent golf myself. I've played with a couple of clients to see how they're getting on, and it's been really fun. It's been a really good week. It's been interesting, and obviously it's the first week as well of the competitions at Himley Hall Golf Centre, and I'm hoping to have put in a decent enough performance to start an early lead on the Summer League, which has caused a little bit of controversy. We moved all our competitions from yellow tees to the whites, and I think if you're playing a competition, you should be playing off the hardest version of the golf course. But hey, that's just me. So yeah, it's been a fun week for me. It's been good. Everyone's been doing really well. Promotions, I say, are available. Go to the links in the description. Book via email, website, or give me a call, and we will sort you out, whether that be fitness, golf, or anything else, to be fair. So let's go look at where the big boys and girls are playing this week. So PGA Tour, it is the RBC Canadian Open. We talked about RBC last week in terms of sponsorship. It's costing them about 25 million to sponsor two events, and this being one of them on the PGA Tour, the Canadian Open. But whether they're going to be sponsoring it beyond this event, nobody knows. So the PGA Tour is at the Canadian Open. Ladies European Tour, they're at the Dormy Open in Sweden. The LPGA Tour are having their second major of the year. It is the Ladies US Open. And the DP World Tour is the European Open, which is being played in Germany. And of course, again, no live this week. They're in Houston, I think it's the 9th of June. So they've got another couple of weeks before they're all back in action again. And that, ladies and gents, is where all the big boys and girls are playing this week. Good luck to all the ladies at the US Open. I'm pretty sure the Canadian Open, as always, gives us some entertainment as well. Moving into the news stories then that have caught my eye this week. There's only going to be a couple. The first one is going to be Sergio Garcia. So Sergio Garcia has not played a US Open since 1999. Sorry, not missed even. He's not missed a US Open since 1999. And unfortunately, he failed to qualify. He went through the qualification stages, and his odds that the Masters champion would be competing at Pine Earth look pretty good. He fired an opening 66 in a marathon final qualifying day in Dallas Athletic Club and looked destined to make it to the famed North Carolina layout at Pinehurst number 2. But a costly double bogey on the par 5 16th later on that day meant he ended his round with a 73 second round, and Garcia was in a 7-man elimination playoff final for the 6 spots in the field. And he'd still say he'd fancy his chances, but unfortunately Garcia was the only player in the playoff to make a bogey on the first hole, and that has ended the Spaniard's 25-year concurrent run in the US Open. So yeah, a bit of a shame. But unfortunately, they pay the price of handing in their memberships and quitting the DP World Tour for the retirement fund or the setup fund, whatever you want to call it, over on Live. So yeah, Sergio Garcia's streak in the US Open is over, and after 25 years, this will be the first time he will miss a US Open in his career. The second story for me is quite a serious one. And it's something that some people may find a little distasteful, may find a little bit shocking. But for those of you who don't watch a lot of pro golf, for those who just watch the highlights or this, that, and the other, then you may not have heard of this. But two-time tour winner Grayson Murray um, sadly passed away last week. In an emotional statement released by the PGA Tour, um, that the world number 58 had actually taken his own life um, this weekend. Murray, 30, withdrew from the Charles Schwab Challenge on Friday, citing illness. And his death was confirmed on Saturday afternoon by PGA Tour Commissioner Jay Monahan. He said they were devastated to learn and heartbroken to share that the PGA Tour player Grayson Murray had passed away this morning, and his parents later on had indeed confirmed that he had taken his own life. Um, it's surreal that they would have to admit to themselves that, he was in that kind of state of mind, and he got he leaves behind his brother Cameron, his sister Erica, and his extended family and friends. And it seems by many he was loved by a lot of the guys on the tour. Um, and his parents said that they would like to thank the PGA Tour and the world for their outpouring of support. Life wasn't always easy for Grayson on tour, and although he took his own life, they know that he rests peacefully now. Um, European Tour captain Luke Donald and Justin Rose, two-time major champion Justin Thomas also led the tributes. And Scotty Scheffler said, he's thinking about the family and praying for all of them in this difficult time. And I think we all are. And it's such sad, at 30 years of age, to be in that position. And we think, world number 58 can't be bad, right? You're in all of these places, and you're guaranteed to get into the signature events because you're in the top 70. But Grayson still chose to do what he did, and it's difficult. And I know for me, through the pandemic, going out playing golf, getting some fresh air, especially in a lot of countries, especially the UK, was one of the few things that we could actually go and do. And being able to do it with people in my own household and being outside in the fresh air, I think really did help the mental health side of things. Having to wear masks and dealing with whatever, going to work. So at the time I was working in a supermarket, so it was difficult to control the flow of people through a store and etc., etc. So being outside in the fresh air, no mask on, with people from my own household and having some fun and enjoying life, I think mental health wise really did help. But it just goes to show even the people who are quite high up in a profession can be put under a lot of pressure by many things. So, it's very sad. 30 years of age, he got a hell of a long time in front of him, and he got at least another, few years on the PGA Tour before he retired. And it's hard, and we all get angry with ourselves on the golf course, whether you're playing with friends, whether you're playing for competitiveness. We all can get into a bit of a headspace where we're not happy. And this is one reason why I came back to golf and fell back in love with it, is because the sport made me happy, made me forget about the daily slog of having to wear a mask for 8 hours or 10 hours a day, walking around, shopping, etc., etc. It got me out in the fresh air, out with the people I loved. And it just goes to show that even if you're a top 60 player in the world, there's a lot you can do about your mental health and your state of well-being. And as a performance coach and a personal trainer and a nutrition and weight management, I deal with a lot of people who, lack self-esteem, lack confidence, lack the knowledge to move forward with their lives, whether that be in the fitness space, in the nutrition space, even playing golf. I've seen people get really, really frustrated on in a lesson, on course, and your mental health can be affected by everything that you do. And it can be triggered by small things. Small frustrations playing golf can lead to big frustrations mentally. And I'd just like to say that, to Grayson and his family, that I'm sorry that whatever was going on with him, this is the way his life had to end. And I pray that it seems from the statements that they've put out that they're dealing with it reasonably well. Um, Whether there was anything going on behind the scenes, I'm not too sure. But I just want to let everybody out there know, and everybody listening to this podcast, is that there are, especially in the UK and around the world, there are more than one place you can go and seek help if you're ever feeling depressed or lonely or you have some problems. The mental health support from the companies like mind.org, your local doctors and NHS for mental health, um, Birmingham Solihull Mental Health Trust, and of course, obviously in the UK, we have some things like the Samaritans that you can ring and just speak to somebody. And sometimes just getting something off your chest to someone who has no context, just saying things out loud can clear the headspace. Um, I know when I was in therapy, it helped to just talk about what had gone on in my day, what had gone on in my week, and just getting that off my chest and letting those frustrations out to someone who doesn't necessarily have context of what you might be talking about, but just the freedom of being able to talk openly and honestly with someone who doesn't have an opinion, who's only listening to your side of the story, not necessarily picking your side of the story, but just someone to have a conversation with and get things off your chest who can mentally free you up. So yeah, I just want to say to everybody out there who does have frustrations and you know try and speak to somebody, whether it be a partner, a friend, another relative, or indeed if you're in the UK, go and speak to someone from sort of Mind or the Samaritans, or even speak to your doctor about getting some kind of help. Or even if you don't want to speak to someone like that, you can actually pay to the likes of BetterHelp. BetterHelp, you can go and get yourself a therapist. You don't have to. You can talk by text, by chat, by on the phone, video call. You can do all of that with BetterHelp. Um, but obviously that isn't free. You have to pay for that. But if you are feeling a little down, have just having a conversation about things, being able to confide in someone, even if it's someone you don't know, getting those things off your chest can free the mind from all the clutter. I know at sometimes my head felt a little bit, especially through the pandemic, felt like I was just throwing everything in a washing machine and just shutting the door and rattling it up. So being able to talk to someone um, to get my frustrations out was very, very useful. And of course, for me as well, going out and finding golf and being able to take my family to play golf was very, very therapeutic. Um, and now I enjoy the sport more than ever because it's something that got me through those times. Um, so, yeah, If you ever need a chat or anybody needs anything like that, I know my clients. I try to instill in them when they've hit bad shots to not get frustrated. Yes, it's golf. It's very hard not to. It's very hard after two or three dodgy hybrids or dodgy iron shots that you just want to get that club and just sling it in the tree, never see it again. And I know a few golfers that are like that. I've played with a few, still do. Um, but your mental health is critical. And if you can find something, whether that be working out in the gym, uh, going for a run, sitting, having a nice long hot bath, playing golf, whatever it may be, doing that one thing that just frees you up from the rest of your world, even if it's just for 30 minutes or an hour, that can be the most beneficial thing you'll do with your life. But if you do ever feel like you get to the point that Grayson Murray got to, I implore you to go and speak to somebody, whether it be a friend or some kind of service that can help you, because there are plenty of services out there that can give you some help. Not all of them are going to cost you any money. It's just going to take a little bit of your time to help set that up. And you can have a conversation with somebody. I mean, like BetterHelp, if you've got the money, get on there and go and speak to somebody. You can pick and choose your therapist. Um, it can be very freeing to speak to people, but mental health has been a massive thing through COVID and through the pandemic. Um, and I just want to say that anybody who is struggling with their mental health, um, I've been there too. I've struggled with my health. I've struggled with being able to switch off and get things unjumbled from my head. And I used to have my moments now and again. Um, but I've learnt some coping mechanisms, and I hopefully 95% of the time recognize my insecurities, and try and cope with them the best I can. Um, and obviously, having a very loving and supporting partner also helps, where we can sit down and have a chat at the end of the day. So yeah, please, 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 if anybody has any issues, or even if you don't have any issues and you just want to speak to somebody, there are plenty of services out there. Like I say, in the UK, you've got Shout and the Samaritans, Mental Health Foundation, and of course your local GPs as well can get you in touch with people who can help with your mental health. Okay then, last part of the show before it gets a little bit too somber. Um, this is a little tip that I saw. I have used in the past. I don't use a large coin, so like a 10p piece or something like that. We've also got large ball markers. If you've been a client of mine over the last year or so, I tend to give you a big sort of poker chip ball marker. And I often see golfers a little bit too eager to look up at where their ball's going, especially on those 3 to 5 foot putts. So they haven't even put the club hasn't gone through the ball. They're already looking at where it's going to be going. So that can cause you to pull it or push it or over hit it, under hit it. So this is a little drill that's going to help you with that. So go on the putting green, and all you're going to do is you're going to put your ball on top of a ball marker or a coin, and you're going to stare at that coin, and you're not going to move. You're just going to rotate your head, rotate your body around you, but your head's going to stay focused. So when you hit the ball, you're going to continue to look at that coin or ball marker that you've hit the ball off until you either A, hear the ball drop in the hole, or B, couple of seconds, you know the ball has stopped. And obviously, if you hear that ball go in the cup, you're going to audibly hear that. So it's just a little drill. It's something simple you can do. It definitely does help with the shorter putters, because the shorter putts, because I see a lot of people that they're already moving to the hole. They're already picking their head up. They're looking at where the ball should be going, not where the ball has gone from, and that's causing them to either pull or push their putts. So putting the ball on the practice green, putting the ball on a coin or a ball marker and just knocking it off there, and audibly listening, staring at that spot, audibly listening. And obviously from there as well, by keeping that head still and focused on one spot, you can hit your putts. And if you're hitting them and you pull them left, it means you need to aim a little bit more right. If you push them right, you need to aim a little bit more left. But this is going to give you a consistent stroke and a solid fixed point as to which you're hitting from. So give it a go. It's a great little drill. And like if you do that and the three balls drill where you're hitting it with your weaker hand and then putting your other ball to it, if you do that before every round, I'm pretty certain you'll be holding those 3 to 5 footers, and you won't be leaving 3 to 5 footers either. So yeah, go and do that drill, and it will get you playing some better golf. And that's pretty much it for this week. Thank you very much for listening. Like I say, 5 for 4 is a promotion I'm doing now till the 1st of August. Short game Sundays is £10 per person, 10:30 at Himley Hall Golf Centre. And if you are struggling with your mental health, please, 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 I beg of you, speak to somebody. Speak to a friend, and a neighbour, a confidant, your partner, or indeed, one of the many services that are available around the world and available in the UK for free. Please take that time to get those things off your chest and look after your mental health. Have a great week, and I'll see you. I won't see you. I'll see a lot of you, but I'll see a few of you next week in lessons. And if you do like this podcast, please like, subscribe, and share, because I have got some good news coming at the end of July, where I'm going to do something very special for everybody who is part of the show and part of the Failsafe Fitness Network. Thank you very much. Have a good week. Bye bye.